Hey dating masses, Michael here with idateadvice.com. Today's topic are the 5 things that kill a date. Some people never learn. They go on a date, maybe it starts off well, but by the end, things are tense, the vibe has been lost, and it's clear that things are just going nowhere fast. So what happened to the date between showing up and things just going down in flames? Well, let's take a look at some of the surefire ways to kill a date before it ever gets going. The first one, this should be obvious, but don't show up late. If you routinely do things just late in your life, like showing up to a date or showing up to your job, stop doing that. Nobody likes when somebody's running late, and there's no such thing as fashionably late on a date. Nobody appreciates that. It's just late. Start off on the right foot. Don't forget that your first date or the first couple of dates are really still part of your first impression to that person. And that's going to determine what lasting effect that you have on them and the image that they see of you. Number 2 is dress like you care to be there. I can't really talk about this one enough because you have to make sure that your clothes are well kept and stain free. If you're an adult, you should know how to dress by now. Like I've said in some other videos, guys, no cargo shorts. Like if you wake up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you have a 5 o'clock date, don't just roll out of bed in your shorts and a t-shirt and show up at the restaurant. I mean, that's an extreme example, but no sweatpants or anything like that. Make sure that your clothes are well pressed, well presented, because you're presenting yourself to this individual. Girls, don't show too much too quick. I feel like that one's also kind of self-explanatory. My third point, don't answer your phone or touch it for any reason, except an emergency. There are some examples where there could be emergencies or where maybe you're expecting a call, and if a call comes through that you absolutely have to answer, excuse yourself, either to the restroom, the outside, whatever. If you're at a restaurant, just get away from the table so you're not speaking in front of them. You're there for that person and that person alone. Don't disrespect them by answering your phone. And if you're just text messaging during a date, that's pretty terrible. You shouldn't be doing that. That person really should own your time in that period. If you can't devote 1 to 2 hours off your phone, then maybe you should reevaluate yourself. Number 4, and I feel like we shouldn't have to talk about this one now because we're probably adults, right, if we're watching these videos. Bad breath, smelly body odor, bad hygiene, guys. You know, sweat-stained clothes, unkept hair, these are all no-nos. You should be well aware of how you smell, and if you can't, you should ask somebody to smell you before you leave the house. That's one of the biggest turnoffs on a date, is somebody not smelling good. And women, don't think that you get away with this one. There are plenty of girls out there who just don't understand how bad their hygiene is. You know, you have to make sure that you have nothing in your teeth. You have to brush your teeth, use some mouthwash, put on a different type of deodorant. Whatever you have to do to fix that situation, fix it. And number 5, last but not least on the top 5 things that are surefire to kill a date, is terrible communication. I call this one the Berlin Wall effect. Talking too much can leave the other person feeling as though they're just an outsider to the conversation. Be cognizant of how much you're speaking. Be aware, especially if you're just talking about yourself and you're not giving the other person a chance to talk, and especially if you tend to talk nervously to fill the air. If your way of fixing silence is to just talk, make sure you take a step back and you take a break, you breathe, and let the other person talk. All right, dating masses, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to get a new dating advice video each and every week. We welcome your questions and comments, and as always, we reply absolutely free. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.